Hello, welcome back to my channel. So Friday of last week, I went to my local library. Friday afternoons are my library visiting hours. I work across the street from my library on Friday afternoon, so it makes it really easy just to get over there towards the end of the workday. And I didn't end up filming a book haul video like I typically do. I had some other stuff come up, and so I thought I would go ahead and do it today, even though it's a couple of days later. I thought I would go ahead and show what I picked up. I ended up only checking out 4 titles because I actually want to make a point of reading all of these in October. And because of my October and Victober TBRs being purposely a lot shorter than usual, I think that I will be able to fit these in. And the first 2 do sort of fit along with the theme of my reading for October, and then the other 2 are just on subjects that have always interested me, and so I'm fitting them into the month. But the first is Lyndall Gordon's biography of Mary Wollstonecraft called Vindication. This was published, let me make sure I get my dates right, in 2005. And I'll just read the part of the flap here. It says, Mary Wollstonecraft, 1759 to 1797, was the founder of modern feminism. In her time, the most famous woman in Europe and America. In this exciting new biography, Lyndall Gordon proposes that at each stage of a passionate and courageous life, as teacher, writer, lover, and traveler, Mary Wollstonecraft was an original. She had advanced ideas on education, and her views on single motherhood, family responsibilities, working life, domestic affections, friendship, and sexual relationships now look astonishingly modern. Mary Wollstonecraft was the mother of Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein. However, the 2 of them never actually met, and so they have a very interesting. They had a very interesting relationship through a shared literary connection rather than a physical mother-daughter relationship, which makes reading about them really interesting. And so this leads me on to the second book, which is by Charlotte Gordon. I looked up to see if there was a relationship between these 2 authors because of the shared last name, and I don't believe that there is any relationship between them, so it's ironic that they share a last name. But the other one is Romantic Outlaws, The Extraordinary Lives of Mary Wollstonecraft and her daughter Mary Shelley, and this is by Charlotte Gordon. So this is a dual biography of the 2 of them, which is really interesting. And again, I'll just read the first portion here on the front cover. I don't want to read the whole thing. I don't want to bore you. But this says, this groundbreaking dual biography brings to life a pioneering English feminist and the daughter she never knew. Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley have each been the subject of numerous biographies, yet no one has ever examined their lives in one book until now. In Romantic Outlaws, Charlotte Gordon reunites the trailblazing author who wrote A Vindication of the Rights of Woman and the romantic visionary who gave the world Frankenstein, 2 courageous women who should have shared their lives but instead shared a powerful literary and feminist legacy. So I'm really curious to get to both of these this month, particularly Romantic Outlaws, just for the fact of reading Frankenstein for the first time earlier this month. I want to learn more about Mary Shelley. I really haven't read anything about her at all, and I have not read anything about Mary Wollstonecraft either, other than sort of brief snippets when she appears in other works. So I'm really curious to get to both of those. And then the final 2 that aren't really connected to my reading themes of October or Victober, but are just of interest to me. The first one is Carolyn Alexander's translation of the Iliad. I have only read the Robert Fagles translation of the Iliad, and I'm trying to go back and read the other translations that are available. And this one just caught my eye on the shelf. I wasn't necessarily going and looking for this translation, but I'm really curious because again, I've only read the Robert Fagles, and this one is fairly recent. It was published in 2015, so I'm really interested in this one. If any of you have read this translation, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below of what you thought about it. I will also be doing a video talking about my feelings with this translation, and I may even do sort of a comparison video between the Robert Fagles translation and this translation. And then the last one is a real doorstopper, which I guess actually does fit into Doorstopper Doom. So I guess this could be perfect for October. And that is Oxford University's Press, A History of Russian Literature. This one is compiled by four professors of Russian literature, I believe from Oxford University, the University of Colorado, Columbia University, and Harvard. So I'm really interested to dive into this. This will take me quite a while, but I wanted sort of a single volume comprehensive history of Russian literature. I've read four separate books, shorter than this, about specific eras of Russian literature or about specific authors, but I haven't had the single volume experience yet of sort of a giant, comprehensive, complete sort of timeline of modern Russian literature. So I'm really excited to jump into this one too, and I don't know if I will be able to finish this in October. I'm certainly going to start it as soon as I can, but this is probably one that I'm going to end up either checking out repeatedly or just trying to find a fairly cheap copy online and just ordering it and adding it to my shelves and being able to sort of take my time with it a little bit more. But I have a feeling that this one doesn't get a lot of doesn't see a lot of checkouts at the library, so it'll probably always be there, and I can just go back and keep checking it out as long as I need to. So that is the last of my very short library book haul. I just wanted to show you those titles. I was very excited about them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.